Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, good people? Giving it a little time, y'all, before we get into this prayer. I appreciate that, LaShawn. Y'all hit that like button. All right, everybody. How are you guys doing on this lovely Valentine's Day? Happy romanticism, kisms, and every other isms when it comes to dealing with love, romance, and passion. This is that seventh house and that fifth house energy, right? Ziggy, so you already know. All right, everybody. I'm gonna make this quick because I got some things to do. One person to see today. So I'm gonna make this one quick, but at the same time, you guys are gonna understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this particular ancestor energy right here. Now, we all had them, we all know them, we all seen it growing up. Our grandmama, our grandparents, auntie, cousins, and uncles, and we seen it happening. Y'all, I'm yawning. Oh. I'm trying to keep my energy down because I'm trying to purge a lot of stuff that I've taken on over the years. It's starting to take a toll on me mentally and emotionally. So I'm doing my little purges right now. So, but show must go on. So everybody, today we're talking about the ancestor in honor of Valentine's Day. And you know, when I say the ancestors that took Valentine's Day so serious, I mean, you've seen them that they was just so in love with their person, you know. They were so in love with that person, you know, they would fix up the house on Christmas and stuff, and it was always something hidden in there to show their love for each other. Uh, I remember this white couple I seen growing up in the neighborhood, and this brother would every Halloween he would do like two skeleton statues or two skeleton things, bone people, skeleton, and he would always make the man be proposing to the woman, and always doing a romantic gesture on a Halloween. Then Easter come and he'll have like a theme going out like that, and then on Valentine's Day, just like somebody would decorate their house for Christmas, he would decorate his house for Valentine's Day in support of his wife. Uh, when I was growing up, he outlived his wife, and the good thing about it, you know, he outlived his wife, but he never remarried. And every year, Valentine's Day came around, I mean, his house would be decked out, and he would put her name in such big letters, and everybody knew him as Penny's husband. They didn't know him as his name. His name was Chester, but they knew him as Penny's husband, and he was okay with that. Hey, Penny husband, Mr. Penny. The kids called him Mr. Penny. You know, his name was fucking. It was. I was grown when I found out his name was Chester. But I mean, that's in honor of those type of ancestors, and that was the. I use him as an example because that's what I seen growing up. And we all wonder and wish we can have a love like that. Somebody that will bust their ass to love us, to do us like that, to just show without a shadow of a doubt that they are our person and we are their person. And in this disposable ass world right now, that's something that has to be celebrated. And this is another ancestor. In ancestor energy, I don't think get any love because again, in this disposable ass world, everybody feel as if love is required or love is something that they have to get, something that they should be privy to. You know, oh, we hooked up, we got together, we've been dating 4 5 years, and then we fell out of love. I hate him or I hate her, and all that shit. Then it goes into the saber rattling. It gets into the court system. It just make you just an ugly person when it comes to this. But one thing about love and giving your heart to somebody, it's a chance. It's a chance you take. It's not, we can't hold that person to that standard and say, "Oh, I gave you some puss, or I gave you my heart, and you broke it, you hurt it, threw it away." That type of shit. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I? Where we have to sit up there and make somebody feel shitty for not reciprocating our emotion. Now, people may say, Baron, that's a pretty fucked up thing to say on Valentine's Day, right? The day for lovers and shit. It's the most realistic thing I can say right now, good people. Because I see a lot of people hating themselves and hating their spouses or hating each other due to a breakup. And it's like, y'all did love each other. At that one point, y'all was together. Y'all showed each other love. Y'all bumped uglies. Y'all did for each other, called each other terms and endearments and all that stuff. Shit just grew apart. And and it just gets like that. But I see so many people and so many couples arguing and bitching and bickering over how things didn't work out, and nobody is sitting up here trying to save the relationship. Nobody's sitting up here trying to make it right. They're sitting up here all too happy to just play the blame game and to go have somebody who they can talk to and talk their ear off and talk a little shit. And me personally, I think we got love all wrong, good people. I think we got love all wrong. But there was those ancestors and there was those people that when I was growing up, and the ancestors in our hearts and in our house and in our lives, that if we would have paid attention, a lot of heartbreak and heartache and pain could have been avoided, and we could get to Valentine's Day with our mate, every year. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple examples because I really want you guys to get this, okay? So, Betty Wright used to sing about those songs, No Pain, No Gain, Don't Blame Mr. Charlie, it was Charlie Just a Man, and all that shit. And in the songs in the old days when our grandparents and parents were growing up, it was all about working through the bullshit. It was all about compromise. It was all about what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And is in this day and age, the way the social media and the way all these hurt ass individuals that grew up jaded and they done taught their daughters and their sons to be just as motherfucking jaded as them for a relationship their son and daughter have not had yet, till they go into any relationship with the tainted fucking ideology of how it's supposed to be. I fuck you, you're mine, I own you. You supposed to do everything I say. And this is how it's been moving forward. Well, no, this is a symbiotic relationship that we're going into. We're gonna take a chance. We're gonna see how this shit work. If it flies, if it work, me and you, we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna make it happen. If it don't work, I shouldn't hate you. I shouldn't fear you. I shouldn't fear repercussions. I shouldn't Fear bitches putting spells on you. I shouldn't fear you going to my house, fucking up my car, my job, harassing and shit, or you coming back hurting me. It shouldn't be like that. And I don't think love should be like that. And I hope I never get to that point in my mind, in my existence, to put that type of energy on somebody or to make somebody feel that type of fucking way because a relationship just didn't brew. Now, I know you thought this was going to be all lovey-dovey, kiss and tell, kiss and hug. But on this Valentine's Day, when a lot of motherfucking people are lonely, a lot of people are lonely right now. A lot of people are sitting in their house watching TV, depressed, looking for any kind of sympathy, and nobody is going to knock on that door for them. Men and women. Nobody's going to knock on that door and say, hey, be my Valentine. Take my heart. I love you. I care for you. And that caused depression. Now, and I'm finna touch on some touchy topics, so you know what I say. If you feel like I'm stepping on your feet, that means pick your goddamn foot up and walk the fuck on. That means you need to take action and move on something. And then you come down to the proverbial side piece. Oh yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. The other woman, the mistress. Hold on. There's more. Wait, hold on. Wait. There's more. What about the other dude? What about the side nigga? That brother going through shit too. Because the woman who he loved, the woman, the object of his affection, is sitting up there in the arms of her main thing just for this one day. Because you know, side piece get no love on this day here. Because it got to give it to the main person. And that brother, he's sitting up there depressed because he can't be with the person he want to be with. Because he knows she is sitting up there having to keep the house calm and cool and collected so that they can see each other on another day. Think about that. The emotional toll that shit is taking. In my younger day, I listen, I'm transparent as fuck, man. In my younger day, I had a side piece. I wasn't married at the time. I was just dating long term, and I fucked off on a regular. But I was idiotic and I was immature. Then a couple years passed. I ended up becoming a side piece. Yes, the Baron was a motherfucking side piece. Lady had a whole motherfucking family, and motherfucker would drive into town, get me a hotel room, and drop me back off at the house. Lonely and depressed because I had, I wasn't in love, but that motherfucker was exciting. But I had to respect the rules and the boundaries, right? People, this is real talk. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit with you. Why? You get mad at me for speaking the truth? You tell me I'm fucking wrong, I shouldn't say that, or I'm shedding light on some shit that you think is left in the dark? No, because we finna get into some ancestor energy, and in order to get that ancestor energy riled up, we need for you to know the truth. We need for you to really feel what you got going on. Nah, I ain't saying the side piece is bad, and I ain't saying being the side piece is bad. Because sometimes the side piece is the only motherfucking relief that person gets from their wife or their husband. Let's be G. Let's be G with it. You got a wife that's nagging, bitching, always saying you wrong, complaining, always fucking up, you can't do right. You ask for a shot of ass, they say no. You go get with a woman that think you every fucking thing in the book, that they'll do anything for you. You ask for a shot of ass in the corner for 2-3 seconds. That 2-3 seconds is passion, bliss, and just enjoyable for that person. And it ain't doing it. It ain't about the size of the penis. It ain't about the motion or nothing. It's just about that person at that time is feeling like you're such that important that they're willing to take a chance on you. And then they relieve all your stress and your pain, and they send you home to your pissed off ass wife for no reason. They send you home to your agonizing, antagonizing, bitchy ass husband who don't want to do shit with you. The wife don't want to fuck you. Husband don't want to fuck you. Husband want to hang out with the boys. All this shit right here. Wife want to hang out with the girls and low rate you. You paying the bills. You doing your shit. Yeah, I mean, let's be G. Let's speak on this shit, people. This is Valentine's Day, the day for lovers, right? And I remember what my grandmama said. And again, listen, people. I'm transparent. The Baron didn't get this way from having a fucking loving home. The Baron didn't get this way from eating 3 square meals a day as a kid. Nigga was poor. The nigga saw motherfuckers get beat up. I saw aunties and uncles get the teeth knocked out and crashed in and cars burnt up and all that kind of craziness when it came to matters of the heart. But I remember what my grandma said to me when we was young. Because my granddaddy, Jerry, he had a whole nother family in the same city, literally 3 streets around the corner. I got an auntie, y'all. I got 2 aunties in their 20s. Let that sink in. Okay. And my mama passed at 67. So granddaddy was doing the thing for you. He croaked. And my grandma stayed married to that man even after they separated. But let me get to what I'm trying to, let me get to my point when it comes to this right here. My grandmama said, if it wasn't for Nail, that was her nickname, Nail. If it wasn't for Nail, that she would have left Jerry a long time ago. She would have left my granddad a long time ago. And I said, what? And she said, she became friends with the side piece. Now, don't get it twisted. Grandma was a realist. I'm a realist. Grandma taught me shit. I can't be hurt now. I could be disappointed. That's what she said. She said, nobody can't hurt you. Nobody in a relationship can't hurt you. If you allow somebody to hurt you in a relationship, you just as stupid as fuck and you just as dumb and immature and silly as a 2-year-old kid. She said you can never be disappointed in a relationship. I mean, hurt in a relationship. You can be disappointed. And she said the good thing about disappointment, it fades. Hurt lasts forever. Disappointment, it fades. You get to understand disappointment. And once you understand disappointment, you can understand how not to let that situation disappoint you again. And when she was talking about that, she used to preach this shit to all of us. We was young and stupid, man. I ain't finna sit up there and share my pizza with no up the road. I gotta look at him every day. But what she was saying is that side piece made my granddaddy a better man. Cause she and he was arguing. She couldn't forgive him for what he did. She stopped screwing him. And she said instead of him taking the money out the house, instead of him taking and moving into the house and leaving her with 9 children to raise by herself, she said he made sure all them bills was paid, made sure them kids had clothes, school, education, all that shit there. And she said every holiday that he needed it, she would do it. But by her knowing that he was out there with her, she didn't fuss with that woman. She didn't fight with that woman. She didn't argue with him. He came home every night. And they lasted until they got into their old age. And grandma like, nigga, I'm finna date me a 45-year-old Venezuelan man. And when she passed away, she was dating a 45-year-old Venezuelan man at the age of 80-something years old, okay? So grandma had it going on. I like that Savina still say side piece prevent the divorce in some cases. I mean that's the absolute truth. Now you got to think back in the day, women was considered the side pieces, right? Men is the side piece today, because a woman can have a man doing everything for her, taking care of bills, doing this, but because she's looking for that one level up, there's always going to be a man somewhere in the picture hiding, somewhere doing something that she can get access to. And let's say your person, your boo thing, your man can't do what she wants. ain't feeling the love, but y'all invested. She go get her a little cock here and there, come home to you, and now y'all okay. Cause she got that itch, got that urge off. This is real talk, people. And if you can't take real talk, click your ass off of here. Cause this is the day that a lot of people are hurting. This is the day a lot of people were hurt. This is the day that a lot of your ancestors was hurting. And I'm gonna get into the ancestors, right? I'm just giving y'all some insight on the agony and the pain, the joy and love this day calls. Men are side pieces too. Professional women, if it ain't a man that they want that can augment their lifestyle, they'll get them a little side piece. They'll get them old hood nickel. They'll get them old working man that'll treat them good and pamper them up and shit. Then they go back to their apartments and they go back to the one bedroom sky garage apartments and looking all fancy and doing it up. You know, that type of thing. Or again, their husband just not doing the right thing, not caring about her, not showing them love, affection, and attention. They get with somebody else that think they just everything. They shit don't stink. And boom, pop goes the weasel. They feel validated by that other person. But on this day right here, we need to honor our ancestors. Now, how did that story and all that talk I just talked to you guys about tie into this lovely Valentine Day other than being depressed, lonely, and sad, or having to take somebody's shit? Y'all stick with me here. People, imagine the ancestors who didn't have access to technology. Imagine the ancestor that didn't have access to an app, a dating service. Imagine those long walks on the dirt trail to get to your mistress house, to get to your Mr. house, your Mr. coming to your house. Imagine, let's be G here. Take back to those who wanted to be in a relationship so bad that they just accepted any and every old bullshit that came their way because they just wanted love and affection. Imagine the men that's accepting shit from women they don't really have to because they just need a little peace and quiet and understanding, somebody to love them, somebody to think they're a hero, somebody to just think their shit don't stink. The women that wanted to feel desired, attractive, and heard and known. People, it's the truth. None of us are angels. We all done experienced some fuck shit like this in the past. We all done been on the receiving end, and we all have done the motherfucking deed. I'm just the one to sit up there and admit my bullshit and tell you how to fix it. Tell you how to pray on it. Because remember what I tell you, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. This was my life at one point. This is some of y'all life right now. Then Valentine's Day roll around. Ooh. Holidays, Christmas and shit. Ooh. And you're mad. And to the brothers out there, let me jump on your ass right quick. You know how hard it is to tell so many motherfucking lies about why you can't make it, how many times your child had to be in the hospital, how many times your auntie, cousin, sister sick and had to go help somebody move or drive out of town and all that shit there. To tell the lies that's compulated on top of lies, and you have to remember the lies that you done told about this lie and that lie to keep that shit going. And let me tell you, 99% of the time, your wife know you're lying, the side piece know you're lying. But they accept your ass because they value you at some point. And they feel the juice is worth more than the squeeze. You got me? I'm being real. Nah, I bet y'all thought this was gonna be old lovey-dovey. Let's pray for the ancestors who just love, and love is great, and love is good. No, that ain't where our pain from. Cause you gotta understand, our ancestors, they come through to heal our pain. They don't come through to tickle our ass. They come through to help us through trials and tribulations. And on this Valentine's Day, on this disposable ass society, in this society where everybody can fuck off and do what they want to do whenever they want to do it, nigga, we all got pain. We got pain from past relationships. We got pain from past situations. We got pain from our current relationship. We got pain from current situations. We need our ancestors to come in here and give us that energy, that boost, that confidence. Those ancestors that love, that knew how to treat their woman, knew how to treat their man, that understood the bigger picture versus the little small insight. That understood we not perfect, we make mistakes, and they work through that shit. Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie just a man. What's another old song? I'll be waiting till Deborah come. I know she got a man, and she gotta go give him some. But I'll be waiting till Deborah come. Because when Deborah come, my worries are gone. That song was made from a brother in the in the late 60s. He was sitting up there waiting on the woman to go service her husband, then come back to him. That was pain. People, let's be real. Talk about it. I'm that dude. Y'all can hate me later for exposing this type of shit right here, breaking man code, whatever you want to say. But I'm wearing a jean jacket today, so I'm kind of tough in my shit. People, we need to pray for these ancestors that knew how to fix love situations. We need to pray to these ancestors that understood that I'm gonna love this person no matter what through the bullshit, because love is not disposable. A relationship can be replaced, but that love is always gonna be there. Grandmama stayed with granddaddy even though he had a whole nother fucking family. Can you believe that shit? And when my grandpa passed away, prior to her, she got his pension, she got everything he ever worked for. And she said, you see why I stayed married to Jerry, baby? Because God gonna reward the faithful. I ain't understand, but God damn it, I do not. Every cloud got a silver lining, they say, happy ending, however that shit go. She understood the bigger picture. Keep him happy and working, and it pays off in the end. Don't ruin his life, because that's what he need to get by. If she couldn't do it for him, somebody else could. She accepted and let that ride. She tried. I remember she tried. She slapped him in the head with an iron and told Jerry, get your ass on leave. But he wasn't going to leave, so she just said, okay, this is where it's at. The spirit, but people praying to those ancestors. Praying to those ancestors. Oh my God. That knew how to treat their woman, that knew how to treat their man. Everybody need that healing right now, because don't nobody know how to treat people in relationships no fucking more. You turn on your websites and your TikToks and Instagram and you see a dick swinging or an ass jumping. I'm guilty of it. I watch. I don't like, but I watch. And we get this ideology that that's what we want. That's love and shit. And that's what we need. And then we look at the person next to us and realize that person ain't built like that, or realize that person ain't equipped like that. And now we sitting up there low rating that person, not giving that person the credit, not keeping that person on a pedestal as we should. So now that person becomes disposable. Now we sitting up there looking for the side piece. We looking for that one thing that been pumped in our motherfucking head. And then when we don't get it, we settle. And then once we settle for the little side piece, you fall in love with the side piece. You fall in love with the idea of the possibility of what that particular individual will come. all the while leaving your main thing at home to suffer. And this is men and women. This ain't just brothers. This is sisters, because the sisters, because I done met some dirty sisters in the game. Boy, I done met a sister so dirty in the game, my nickname that bitch Rat. Because you couldn't kill her if you tried. And that motherfucker heart was as cold as ice, baby. The whole community in the neighborhood growing up, she was called Rat. And she prided that name. Hey, they go Rat. They go Rat. Rat was bad too. Rat looked good and all that stuff. But she could never fall in love. And she said, I never want to be in love. And everybody who dealt with her, nigga, listen. Boy, Rat gonna get you before you get her, so you better guard your shit and rather deal with somebody. They'll be in love, buy a car, house, clothes, and all that shit. 2 months later, nigga standing in front of her door smoking a cigarette. That's Rat, baby. We say Rat got him. Rat got him. But before we get to the part of that Rat energy, you got me? We need to really start waking up and appreciating who the fuck we got beside us. We need to wake up and appreciate. Ladies, I'm talking to you guys out there. If you got a man and you've been treating him like shit, or you know you're arguing with him, or you mad at something that happened 10 years ago that you don't even know why you still carrying that shit in your heart, call upon your ancestors and say, Ancestor, how can I remove this? Because I got a good man. He halfway decent. I loved the nigga at one point. Help me remove this hatred, this anger that I done forgot why the fuck I'm angry about. 90% of the time, women forget what the fuck the original anger thought was. They just done piled so much shit on because they keep tabs. Boom. Then when you got the brothers out there, let's go to them. Now let's get on your ass, brothers. We is not extreme. We sit out there and we have a very nice woman. The woman that settled down with us, she done let herself go a little bit. And now we still run around and want to grab some shit off TikTok that we'll never do. Want to relive our youth. Want to sit up there and worrying about busting a goddamn nut with one of the finest things you ever seen on the goddamn market on the planet. And then you realize the shit can't stay hard. You can't keep up with the young thing. And now you're embarrassed. And now you go home mad at your wife, popping pills here and there just to get it right. Then you ask your wife to get you some. And you go inside her. And then the energy ain't there. And your shit still ain't going, and she get mad because she ain't being satisfied. Now you blaming her for your insecurities. That's BG. You want to talk about it? Y'all want to hear these relationships? Y'all want this ancestor energy to come back and see what needs to be fixed inside of y'all? Come on, I'm going to tell you the truth, people. I'm not going to tell you everything is rainbows, sunshines, and gumdrops. This is the issue, what's happening, but nobody will sit up there and talk about it like that. This is what is going on. We had ancestors, people, who worked through the bullshit. We had ancestors who fell off the fucking love wagon, but realized the juice was worth the squeeze and got back on the bitch. We done had ancestors that done cheated on each other, made mistakes, but they got back together and realized this is what they needed to do. They separated for a little bit and they came back together when their mind was right, and they realized the one person they truly loved has already been there in their life. They just couldn't commit. They just couldn't settle down. They just couldn't do the right damn thing. Then they came back and lo and behold, it'll never look like they were separated. But we got to call upon the ancestor energy that love, not just love, the ancestors who love their mates 100% to the point that they would damn near go to death for them, that they would damn near go to prison for them, that they would damn near do anything. Ancestors who accept their other babies and raise them as they own. A lot of kids would have been out of a father or a goddamn mama. Extramarital affairs. And when I was growing up, brother like, hey man, my wife cheated on me. She got twins from another dude. Everybody in the community called that man stupid. Told him he was a piece of shit, he dumb. He let that hoe do him like that. That man didn't care. He raised those 2 kids. Those 2 kids grew up to be something so important in this world. I kid you not, I forget. I don't know whether they like neurophysics or they had something to do with it was microphysicists. microbiologist, some bullshit with something small. I can't remember. Those two kids, twin boys, grew up to be that from Florida. Y'all could probably Google them and figure this shit out. They gave that man a house, mansion, because they realized that what he did, he didn't have to do. He could have turned his back and hauled ass like so many of us do. Think about the females out there. Man go home, go out there, bring a baby back into the house. She hurt, she disappointed. She don't see that man the same way. But she value that man and know that the juice is worth the squeeze and can understand he fucked up. It may take her years to get over the shit. It may take her years to give him a shot at it. But the love of that man and the love of his child, his offspring, is all that matters, making shit right. Now, our ancestors did that. They understood that. And no people got rewarded. I think Denzel did a movie about the shit, Fences, where Viola Davis raised his child. The woman died, he died. She was still raising the kid. You gotta understand something, people. You sit up there and you say you're in love with somebody. You say you love them. You give them flowers, candy, chocolates. You eat on them, bite on them, suck on them. Do all the shit. Swear your undying love and affection for their asses. But the one time they make a fucking mistake, you don't try to fix it. I can't do this. I'm better than that. I'm stronger than that. Man, fuck that hoe. It's 100 million bitches in the sea. Did you really love the fucking person in the first place? You ain't give it a chance to work out. You ain't try, because it's disposable. So I would say stop telling bitches how much you love them, or telling Negroes how much you love them, and say, man, I really do like you a whole lot. I hope I get to the point where I love the hell out of you. Damn, that's realistic, honest, and I can appreciate that. Because in this day and age, we don't know what love is. We know what love and affection. We know what rubbing that wrinkled skin against each other is. You know what I'm saying? Them two wrinkled skin. We understand that. They call that love making. Nigga, that's fucking. Love making take 13 hours to a minimum. My parents used to say, y'all going to your anyhow. We making love tonight. You think they just gonna fuck 15, 20 minutes. Music playing. They dancing around the living room and shit. You come home the next day, it smell like cheap cologne, wine, and flowers, and half of them hanging off the bed, and you find 2 cigarettes in the living room and a pair of underwear. You know what done happened. You just kick that shit under the couch and keep on going. I had a crazy childhood, y'all. Boy, y'all, if y'all could experience my childhood, y'all be like, I don't know why this nigga can even sit up here and crack a smile on his face. This bitch done been through it, y'all. But people, I mean, let's be serious. Do you really love the person that you're with? That if that person fuck up and make a mistake right now, are you willing to work through it, or are you just gonna toss them away? Are you looking for an excuse? People, if you didn't need to come here for Valentine's Day to hear my shit, you can click on off and go ahead and pretend that you're in love with the person that you're in love with. I'm asking y'all to make a real serious question. You finna sit up here and surprise your mate, your boo, your everything that you call with flowers, gift, roses, dinners, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars, rings, and some people gonna propose. But then you're looking for that one excuse to get out. As our ancestors, our grandparents, they understood that if it wasn't about staying together with family, if it wasn't about keeping the family unit together and about any means necessary, it wasn't about keeping no heartstrings attached, that the system would come in and fuck you up, that the outside would come in and devour you, that the kids will run rabbit in the street, that man, the only thing keeping that man home and out of the chain gang back in the day was this love of a fucking woman. Or else he'll be ripping and running with his boys, robbing shit and doing bad shit. Only thing keeping that woman out there from having 13 fucking children dead somewhere with a disease. It's the simple fact a man stood in the pain and say, baby, you fucked up, but I'm here waiting on you. I want you healed. Come home to me. Now they'll tell you that shit in the Christian church all day long, and y'all will believe it. And y'all will put up with pain and still be feeling insecure about the shit. Oh, I'm finna hit you hard. Told you I'm just talking to you for a little bit. But I want y'all to get this because I take love very serious. This is the day of love. Our ancestors died. People were shot, killed, murdered because the passions of the heart. They got a whole damn crime code in the court system. Affairs of the heart. Oh, it was a crime of passion. People stood in the paint back in the day for the one they love, and they let love know that love is love. No matter how crazy that woman was, no matter how disrespectful that man was, they stayed together until they got their shit together. Until they got too old not to fight no more. Not to remember what it was, but they know that they'll go to war for each other. Men raising other men's children. Women raising other women's children. Women sitting up there had to bite the bullet to be friends with the next woman just to keep the man home and to make sure nothing goes out because it was a thing about finances, keeping the household together, pretending. But all while y'all thought that woman was pretending, and she might have told y'all, I'm just acting the part because I want to wait till these kids turn 18. That love was always there, and that love was fucking genuine. Don't let nobody fool you. Them brothers sitting up there, I'm finna hit it now. I'm finna hit it. I can't leave until them kids 18. We got too much property together. We can't do this. I just don't want to get fucked up and caught. I gotta stay there until, cause child support a bitch. We all know that. We all know that you're leaving regardless. Child support gonna dig in his ass. Kids gonna have to learn how to adjust and adapt. They do. But when we get up there to it, right? And that person is still with their ex or their significant other and they dealing with y'all on the side, that's genuine love there. Whether you care for it or not. That's genuine love. Am I stepping on toes? I see you, Portia. Your dad stayed in some bullshit. I understand. We done talk. But he did it because he had to. Queen Jackson, look at her. People, so you don't think we should honor people like Queen Jackson, great grandmother? You don't think that deserves the honor, a prayer for her? You don't think that deserves the honor for the people who understood what love really was? You don't think we should pray for people like Mr. Penny? He, to his dying day, everybody knew he loved his wife so much that they didn't even tell that his name. We knew him as Mr. Penny. Her name was Penny. I think his name was Chester. Karma said, what about just being honest? So I'm glad you said that, Jay Karma. So let me tell you something about honesty. When you be honest with somebody, they judge the fuck out of you. You tell somebody, hey, I love you to death and I'll go crazy for you, I'll die for you, I'll do anything for you. They look at you and they judge you and they'll sit up there and say you weak. If you be honest with somebody and say, listen, I don't like you like that. We should be friends. We can kick it every now and then. They respect the fuck out of you. You tell somebody, hey, honestly, I dealt with somebody else outside of our relationship. They hate the fuck out of you, and that's the disposable part. No matter how much they love you, no matter how much they got invested, they'll kick you to the curb. Same thing on either side. Because they're always looking for that one up, that one better. But what people don't know, what God placed in your life, I should say spirit, what spirit placed in your life is what you already knew you had. If you get through 7 years with somebody through all the bullshit, and then 7 years you break up, you did yourself a disservice, guys, because you didn't fight for it. Now, if that person did something so heinous that you cannot forgive. Fuck your sister, fuck your brother. Sat up there and burnt your shit to the ground, ruined your life, wrecked your shit. Leave them, because they'll do it again. And that's deep-seated hate and anger. But if it just was a fucking mistake, if it was a fuck up, a misunderstanding, some bullshit happened, that's when you sit up there and you ask yourself, do I really love this person? How much I love this person? Am I willing to look like a fool in public to be with this person? Am I willing to sit up here and love this person no matter what? Because this is what makes me happy. This is where I find my joy and peace. Women, am I willing to shut my fucking mouth and not be the victor of any argument, any conversation? Because I want this man home with me to keep him from going to the goddamn side piece, who gonna sit up there and listen to his story, take his shit, and glorify him. Brothers, are you willing to sit up there with your woman because you telling your woman how much you love her, adore her, and spending all your fucking money on? Are you willing to sit up there and say, baby, you're out there too far. Come your ass back in to me. I'm here. I'm that one you should be looking for. Fuck trouble. Nigga, I'm here for you for the rest of your life. You got me. I got you. We can work on this shit. You got a handful of motherfuckers that'll do that. Those are the people who I'm praying for today. Those are the ancestors who understood just what the fuck it meant to say, I love you. Not I like you. Not I fancy the puss. Not I'm crazy about the dick. Not that I like what you do for me, our lifestyle. Motherfucker, I'm crazy about you. And before I let a side bitch get you, nigga, I'm gonna be with you. If I gotta drive everywhere you go, if I gotta be there on the scene to pick you up, if I gotta pack your goddamn lunch, if I gotta give you this shit every day, I'm gonna make sure you know I'm with you and I'm for you. We gonna argue, we gonna fight. We gonna fight and fuck at the same time. You ever fuck your lady and you're mad at her? You ever fuck your man and you just can't stand his gut, but you're still sitting up there taking dick? You loved him. You loved her. I'm 100% with this. So, Tonia Johnson, I understand. Not everybody built that way. And I ain't saying you're wrong for it. I'm just saying, for those who can handle that capacity, for those who use that LOVE word, you don't use that bitch just crazy like. If you're telling somebody I love you, make it fucking stick. Make it stick. Show them. I can tell a bitch I'm a millionaire. I don't make that much money a year. But if I show you I'm a millionaire, fly your ass to Dubai, put you in a $10,000 a night hotel room and we stay for 10 days or 30 days, yeah, bitch, that nigga got money. He a millionaire. So if I say I love you, I'm going to show you I love you. If you say you love somebody, you show that person you love them. If you're going to be willing to put yourself out there, prostrate yourself and all that shit, show that person that you do it. And listen, don't be ashamed. Fuck this modesty shit. You're doing it from the heart. That my grandma told me, man, don't nobody do shit from the heart. Everything you do, you're doing it to get a reaction, a response. You're doing it to get something reciprocated, whether it's a smile, a motherfucking handshake, or some form of affection. And if I tell you I love you and I show you I love you, I'm not doing that shit because it's making me a better person. I'm doing that shit because I want to feel good. I want you to bring that shit to me and give me the exact same feeling I get to you. No motherfucking excuses. Baron, you breaking all the motherfucking rules. You're supposed to love somebody unconditionally, and if they don't love you, no. If I kiss you, kiss me back. If I tongue you, give me your goddamn tongue. If I rub on you, rub on me. Maybe my idea of love is fucked up. I don't know. Maybe I was raised by too many old heads. I don't goddamn know. But if I'm going to throw the LOVE word out there to you, nigga, you best believe it's action coming behind it. You going to know it. I'm going to show it. And God damn it, I'm gonna look at you crazy. If I give you a flower, I'm looking at you. You ain't got a flower for me? Yeah. Go fold up some motherfucking paper and spray some perfume on that bitch and say, hey, here go a ball. This is the flower head. Make me believe you fucking care about me. Make me believe you reciprocate my shit. I'm petty. And my Baron petty too. I ain't making no fucking sense. I maybe I'm just a nigga fooling himself. But you heard about that song, A Fool in Love. Tina Turner got her ass beat because she loved him until she couldn't love him no more. But she tried. She went the distance. Men done lost everything. But they went the distance. Can't get mad at that person for leaving your ass after you done went the distance, and you can't feel guilty for leaving somebody after you done did everything you can. That's why you cut ties clean and sober and pure. And you don't have to look back to go get a shot of ass from them. And you don't have to look back and say, man, it could have been. No, you tried. Am I making sense? Y'all know the 4 letters I like to see. I know the words I like to see. If I'm not making sense, y'all tell me, Baron, bitch, you are out your fucking rocker, nigga. You crazy. I get it. I get it. I motherfucking get it. I get it. I'm crazy. I'm nuts, so I'm crazy. But you know something, I may be crazy, but I know what I want, and I know what we all need. We need that true love, unconditional love, that love that's willing to stand the test of time, that love that your grandparents and your great grandparents, all them people understood. That love that's willing to work through everything and fix everything. That love that's willing to get out there and do what it takes to bring that person home, to get that person off the street, off drugs. I seen my uncle walk up into another man's house and say, baby, come home. My uncle was one of the baddest jokers on the block, had all the women after, but he only loved that one woman. And his woman was sitting up there messing with another dude. He walked in the man's house. He said, man, I don't want no trouble with you, but if you don't move out the way, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm here to take my woman home. What you doing here, Jerry? Get your ass in this car. Let's go home. And then know what he did? He tell me this story all the time. You know what he did? He took her home, put her in a bath, ran a bath water, put flowers and roses, and he washed her. I never understood that. He said, y'all get out of here. Go up the road to your granny house. And he put his wife in a tub of water and washed that nigga stank off for her, he said. I cleaned my baby on several occasions, and we never understood what he was talking about until he started explaining to us why we were grown. I put her in the tub and I got them niggas up off of her. And I love my woman. Now, so how many of y'all could say y'all love y'all person like that? How many of y'all could say it? Oh, I'm calling your ass out. How many of y'all could sit up there and say, I love my wife enough to go get her from another man's house? How much y'all could say I love my man enough to go get him out this bitch bed? I love him enough to look past his bullshit. I love him enough. I love him just enough to not win every argument. I love him just enough to make him feel like he my everything. I love him enough to treat him like this. I love her enough that I'm going to make sure she have the best of the best of the best, even if it's with me or without me. How many of y'all can sit y'all ass up there and say that on this Valentine's Day, the day of love? Well, I saw it growing up in my family. I saw the bullshit. And we had a fucked up family. So I understand what love is. And if I can't get that love reciprocated to me, guess what? I'm going to give you half of it. I'm going to do half-ass dealings with your ass. Real nigga talk. And if ain't nobody doing that shit to you, half-ass deal with their ass. But don't sit up there and yell like, I love you. Because you would be lying. People, I'm just telling you what it is. This Valentine's Day, I ain't trying to ruin nobody Valentine's Day, but I want y'all to think about when you tell your mate, I love you, and you think it's that person giving that shit back to you. Are you willing to do what it takes to keep that person in your life? That's fucking love. Otherwise, nigga, I like you a lot. I think you are glory and great. I like what you can do for me. I like the way you stroke me. Baby, I like your look, I like your smell, and I like your curves. But when your ass get put to the test and the affairs of the heart come to play, do you love me or do you just want me? Are you in love with me or are you just wanting to be next to me? Do I validate you? Do you validate me? My ancestors knew what it took to stay together. Because if they didn't stay together in the past, a lion, a tiger, or a goddamn clansman, a monkey with a goddamn screwdriver could have tore everything up. Hell, let me hit you with what we do for a living here. We spiritualists. If you didn't love your mate like that, a bitch all the way across seas can put a spell and ruin your fucking relationship. When somebody throw a spell on your mate, are you willing to clean him? Are you willing to clean her? Are you willing to put her in that spiritual bath? Are you willing to put him in that spiritual bath? All right, I'm done. I'm done. Because I done gave you scenarios and I done worked this shit out enough to understand for you guys to know what real love is. From the Baron's perspective, don't take my shit on it. Because I'm still growing. But I can tell you right here, Black Witch, you know I motherfucking love her. Some shit I'm willing to take, some shit I'm not. And some shit I'm willing to rear her ass back in when she get too far out there. Because this is a value system, right? Before I get this prayer, I want to leave you guys with something. And I'm going to look at the comments to this motherfucker here. Long as there ain't no curse words in it, the comments to come. I blocked out a bunch of curse words. Because I'm controversial as shit. I was asked the question, why do I love her? Transparency. I say, it's not that I'm with you because I love you. I say, I don't give a fuck about love because love is superficial and it has hurt more people than it has helped. I say, I'm with you because I value who you are and I value what you bring to my life. I say, as soon as you stop bringing value to me, I have to leave you. And as soon as I don't bring value to you, you need to leave me. Now, love, that's icing on the cake. Respect, that's that jelly feeling that you get sometimes. I say, but value, that's my love. And if I show you I value you by building you up, I show you I value you by protecting your mental fucking space. If I show you I value you by not stressing you, by not bringing you down when you at your highest height of enjoyment, I value you enough to make sure that I'm in place. I value you enough to make sure shit go right in your life. I value you enough to put my shit on the back burner to make sure you're okay. I want the same shit back. I don't know if she understood when I was saying that. I know it made us closer though. People understand. When you sit up there and you say, I love you, do you really? But don't you say, I value you. I value you to the highest. I value you. To me, that's more than love. Value meaning that you can't put a price on what I bring to you. I can't put a price on what you bring to me. I just know that it benefits both of us. God damn. I just solved every relationship fucking issue there was. I should be some kind of social media influencer, right? No, but I'm a real nigga. A real nigga that done been through some shit. With 2 divorces under my motherfucking belt, you think I'm finna have a third? No. You value me, I value you. We love each other because that's what humans do. That value system is the realest motherfucking thing a nigga gonna tell you. If your man say I value the fuck out of you, and when you value me, I mean you could come into my house and make it a home. I could come into your life and build you up. I can love you from a fucking distance. I can love you from here. I love my exes. I told them, so I must have. You love your exes. You told them, so you must have. Do you value that person enough to stay with them to work through the bullshit? Is the juice worth the squeeze? So on this beautiful Valentine's Day, good people, see how your value system is with your mate. See what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do. Our grandparents did it. Y'all never knew they was having issues. Because they valued each other enough to stay together through the bullshit because it's more to come. Pain is just for the moment. You value you value something and someone so much, you begin to love that thing. So love is the byproduct of value. You value your fucking phone, it costs you enough. And now you got your games, your apps, you love this bitch, you can't get rid of it. You can keep all your secrets. Value. So this is a value day. Let me get this prayer. Let me get this prayer started. I hope I ain't pissed nobody off, but if I did, pick up your feet, man, and get to walking. Unsubscribe from the channel because it's the only way I can do it to be real. I'm not perfect. I'm going to fuck up. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to curse. I'm going to do some shit that's going to make you judge me. But do you guys love the Baron? No. Yeah, maybe. Do you guys value what the Barons say? Yes. So look past my bullshit. Look through these teachings, and what don't resonate ain't gonna resonate with all. But goddamn, come back and see me. See what else I can do for you. Do I value you? Hell yeah. I read the comments. I go back and stroll down. Oh shit. Ella said a joke about my knuckles. They be ass shit. That's when I do the best readings. I like that shit. I value Ella because she gonna joke with me. I value Tamiko because she gonna tell me the truth. I value Savina Steele because she gonna keep it fucking real. Come on, people. Value. That's where my heart is at. That's where your heart should be. So before you throw out those superficial ass I love yous, ask yourself, do I value this person? Ask yourself, what is value? Is this person valuable? Is this person worth valuing? I'm just telling you the truth. Everybody, let's pray. Remember, everything I said is about an ancestor that went through all that shit. So let me tie it back in. Our ancestor went through all that. Somebody down our lineage had to figure that shit out to stay together so we can be here. So that our lineage, cousins, aunties, uncles, nephews, that we can survive the bullshit. Because with the systematic racism and the pettiness and the governmental intervention, we could have been separated, thrown to out the wind. Motherfuckers sitting in prison all their lives for a crime they didn't commit. Some of them did commit the crime. But that woman stay by their side until they get out. Because she realized the value that man could have or would have brought to their lives. Let's say it don't work out. Was she wrong? No. She was in love. And she understood what it took to get that man through the hardest time in his life. And they remained friends after. I done seen it several times. Message people, messaging this message. And I'm sorry I couldn't make it well. Oh, is anybody lonely? Cause I'm lonely too. Sorry I couldn't do all that type of shit. But Spirit laid it on my heart to be real with you. Oh, Heavenly Father, whose name I am not worthy to call, but who grace and mercy I ask and command. I ask that you grant me audience with my Baron, that I may understand him and he may understand me. Thank you. Oh, Baron, my friend, my God, you have been with me and you stick with me through all of my trials and tribulations, and you protect me and keep me safe. I ask that you allow me an audience with my ancestors, that they may understand me and I may understand them. I ask that you allow a portion of my energy to be thundered back to the ancestor in question, just a portion, so that they may know that we got a heart for them and they have a heart for us, and we may feel it and hear it. Go inside our ancestors' pot and read our deepest desires and passion when it comes to affairs of the heart, romance, love, and passion. Thank you, Baron. To all those ancestors out there who just understood what love really was, who understood that it takes more than just emotion, looks, and raw talk, that understood that love is more than just a superficial fucking thing that happened on the 14th of February, that love is more than just showing off how many flowers, candies, and cookies you could buy somebody. That love is more than just sitting up there wearing the flyers, clothes, going out to the club, posting on Instagram, Facebook, and all your social media. To those ancestors that understood what love meant, willing to go the distance for the one you love, willing to take the bullshit from the one you love, willing to do whatever it takes to keep the family together, willing to do whatever it takes, even if that meant looking like a fool, even if that meant getting picked on and cursed out by your family and friends, even if that meant looking stupid on your job, even if that meant being a fool, feeling like a fool unto yourself. Lord have mercy. Looking in the mirror and not knowing who you are, judging yourself because you love somebody so much to the point where you value them over the fuck how you value yourself. This is the ancestor I'm talking to. I ask that you come into our lives and you permeate our minds, our hearts, and our souls, and you give us the inkling on what love really is and what love really means, not this superficial TV bullshit. You talk to the soul of us and to how we need to be for our family, our friends, our mates. We got people that's out there strung out on drugs, and somebody say I love you, but yet you turn your back to them. You got people sitting out there hooking and hoeing because nobody showed them love. You got people sitting out there hurting people. Hurt people because nobody showed them love, right? You got people that can't find a heart to get in a meaningful relationship, can't form an attachment because they don't know what love is and nobody ever showed them love. And the reason why, because nobody understood the value system of love. Not everybody is deserving of love, but everybody is deserving to be ranked on a value scale. And if you value something so much, it becomes something you love and adore. Ancestors, I ask that you thunder up here and you put it inside our heart, mine, yours, theirs. You put it inside our hearts that we may understand what love really is. And on this day, before we throw out a superficial fucking word like I love you to somebody who is looking for such love, kind, and tenderness, that we understand that shit that roll off our lips be meant. Lock our tongues if we don't fucking mean it. Definitely lock mine. Ancestors, I know the pain you suffered. I know what you went through. Grandmama, mama, sisters, I know what you're going through. Loving somebody who can't love you. Loving somebody who don't see your value. Hello, hell mercy. Brothers, uncles, fathers, I understood having your heart in the place over here at this house, but knowing you got responsibility over here. I know the agony, the pain that you're feeling. To all the side pieces, placeholders, male and female, I understand your plight, knowing that you see such value in that person that comes over there and give you a portion of their fucking time, and it's killing you and it's hurting you, that they don't see the value in themselves, or they don't see the motherfucking value you could bring to them, so they keep you there as a side thing. But you still stay fast and stay steady to your job, and you do it to the best of your ability because you understand what love is. I pray for you, and those of you that passed away, perished, expired with those love and affections in your heart. understanding, showing that you did this for them and them alone, because the value you placed on them made you love them just that much stronger. And I want to thank you, ancestors, for that. Ancestors, this is a personal prayer for me. If I am doing my lady a disservice, if she is giving me her all and I am not giving it back by any means, allow me to do the same to her. Allow me to give her 100% of me. Touch my heart, touch my soul, touch my mind. For everybody in earshot, touch their heart, touch their soul, touch their mind. Let them understand that if they with somebody and they've been there for a long time, value that fucking person. Fuck loving them, value them. Everybody been hurt by love, but the value system can only grow. I thank you, ancestors, and I praise you and I love you. I thank you for showing me over the years how to love, how to be loved, and how to deserve love, how to command love. And I thank you for showing me the value in me and the value in the person that I am going to be with or that I am with. I love you. I thank you. I cherish you. So more to be. Everybody, this is a real goddamn prayer. This is a real issue we're facing. And if we can't be honest with ourselves, be honest with your mate. It's the real deal, y'all. I'm done. I done held you up long enough. Y'all done heard my bitching and preaching and moaning and praying in the world according to the Baron. I hope you take something from it, and if you can't take nothing from it, by all means, God damn it, it wasn't because I ain't give it all to you, because I laid it on the table. You guys understand the difference between love and value, and today it's going to be so many superficial I love yous out there. But when that motherfucking person in your life say, how do you value me being here? And you stumble on your words, and they say, what is it that you value about me? Oh, you pretty, you look good, you handsome, you got strong arms. I value you enough to take my love to the limit for you. And I value you enough to put your ass in check, because I know what you bring to the table and I know what you could bring to my life. I value just that much. And when you can truly, honestly say that about your person, everything else will literally be water under the bridge. I'm finna close. All right, everybody. I'm the Baron, telling you all, here we go. And I own this phrase, by the way. So if I see it on y'all shirts without my seal of approval, serious, here we go. I'm the Baron telling you guys to trust the you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm worth it. Y'all said y'all value me now. I'm gonna click and see how many people subscribe. I'm gonna click and write it down, and tomorrow I'm gonna see how many people done left my channel. Y'all value me now. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say shit that piss y'all. But if you value me, work with me. Just like if you value your mate, work with them. All right, everybody. Be good. Take care. God bless.